ke. Olu ak mana o ha'a kokulana. Ahonui alanak tae. Aloha mai. Halau ko mola leitala ala no I te tula o kona. Kuni kanoho o waina ho mahaku I te kai o mamala. Lei ana nui kamakala I pautuia me ka ahi. E o hino au ana no e o pau kuleana paanoi ai. Ai ka ole e lulu li mai ki aloha lai. Aloha e, aloha mai. Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha mai kako. My name is Ka'ili Trask O'Connell, and I'm the Executive Director of MOCA, the Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts. First of all, a big mahalo to Kumu Nalani Kiale for his beautiful oli. It is an honor to welcome you all to this special event where we celebrate the power of art, storytelling, and place through the Wahi Pana initiative. Wahi Pana is about more than public art. It's about the stories embedded in our aina, the voices of our kupuna, and the kuleana we all share to honor and care for these places. This project, made possible through the Bloomberg Philanthropies Public Art Challenge, brings together artists, cultural practitioners, and community members to uplift and preserve these narratives. Today, we are unveiling two powerful installations right here at Fort Street Mall, both deeply tied to the history and identity of this place. Carl Pau's mural, Kānāwai Māmalahoe, The Law of the Splintered Paddle, transforms Ōlelo Hawai into a visual language, sharing mo'olelo that inspires us to reflect on our kuleana to land and community. This law, established by King Kamehameha I in 1797, calls for safety, protection, and justice for all, a message that still resonates today. The poetry of Imaikalani Kalahele, displayed on the lamppost banners, speak to his deep connection to this area, having grown up in the Fort Street Mall district in the 1950s. Imai's words are a bridge between past and present, reflecting the experiences of our people and the layers of history embedded in this place. These works invite us all to pause, to reflect, and to see Fort Street Mall through a different lens, one that acknowledges and uplifts the voices that have shaped this place. Today, Wahi Pana is grateful to be welcomed to Fort Street to share mo'olelo and art. We are thrilled to have two individuals, possibly one, here to represent the community to share their thoughts. I start with Ed Korbisky, President, Executive Director, Fort Street Mall Business Improvement District Association.
Aloha. I would like to thank the Mayor and the Office of Culture and the Arts for bringing this project to Fort Street Mall. As many of you realize, downtown is going through a transition right now from office to mixed-use residential. Like, for example, 1132 Bishop Place is a residential building now. And as we go through this, as we transition the mall from a park to a street, we hope to be doing more events to raise the vitality of the area. And this beautification project is one of the best starts to show that the mayor and the city does support downtown. And on behalf of the Fort Street Mall BID, I would like to again thank the mayor and his office for this project. Mahalo.
Thank you so much, Ed. Also from our community, we are honored to have Councilmember Dos Santos Tam here to say a few words.
Well, aloha everyone. It's great to be here really in the heart of Honolulu. And that's what Fort Street is. When Kumu was chanting, he spoke of all of the place names going down from Nu'uanu all the way to Mamala Bay. And this really is the heart of so much. For generations, this area was the home to generations and generations of Native Hawaiians who made their living here. And after the arrival of Europeans, this became the fort at the bottom of Fort Street Mall here. This was a place where the first street lamp was put up at Fort and Kukui Street, hence Kukui Street. And this area that we're in right now is really the heart of commerce. But what is commerce without art? What is commerce without people? And this really is a way of bringing it all together. And I really believe that we're on the cusp of doing something really exciting here in downtown, not just with this Wahi Pana initiative, not just with the arts, but through Bill 56, which the mayor just signed, which will bring some activity back here to Fort Street Mall. This is really the beginning of, I think, really great things happening for our downtown city, and I'm so glad to have all of you here to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Member. As I shared previously, this initiative, the Wahi Pana initiative, is made possible by the Bloomberg Philanthropies Public Art Challenge. And Honolulu is really proud to be one of 8 cities selected nationwide to receive this really special grant. So today, I am thrilled to have Stephanie Dockery from Bloomberg Philanthropies here with us today to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you. Congratulations to the city and county of Honolulu and the launch of Wahi Pana Storied Places. Can you hear me all? Yeah. Great. My name is Stephanie Dockery, as Kaylee said, and I lead our Bloomberg Philanthropies Public Art Challenge, a nationwide program that supports cities developing temporary public art projects addressing a significant civic issue. We are so thrilled that Honolulu is one of our 8 winning cities. So on behalf of our founder, Mike Bloomberg, our CEO, Patty Harris, my colleague, Rebecca Carrero, and all of us at Bloomberg Philanthropies, congratulations. We launched this program in 2014, over 10 years ago, and to date, 17 cities, including Honolulu, have won $1 million to create innovative public art projects that enhance the vibrancy of cities, center communities, develop partnerships, and strengthen local economies. We work to showcase the potential of artists, to act as civic leaders, and to encourage dialogue around pressing problems. In the Public Art Challenge, mayors are really collaborating with artists and nonprofits and the private sector to address urgent issues like climate change, food insecurity, public health, and reclaiming history. Our past projects have catalyzed civic pride, attracted over 18 million views, built public-private partnerships, and catalyzed over $100 million in economic benefits. So we're so thrilled to be working with Mayor Blangiardi. We thank him for his vision and his partnership, the amazing Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts team, who's been spearheading this initiative, and our wonderful partners at Aupuni Space, the Department of Parks and Recreation, the Office of Economic Revitalization, Oahu Visitors Bureau, the Bishop Museum, Pu'uhona Society, Hawaii Contemporary, Hawaii Tourism and the Arts, and the Hawaii Triennial. You can see that there are so many partnerships and really deep partnerships that make a project like this happen, and so we're really grateful to you all. And today, of course, congratulations to the artists and storytellers who are bringing this project to life. Infusing our public spaces with creativity and storytelling, these installations will further illuminate this beautiful island, educating us all on the rich history of these sacred sites throughout Honolulu. So today I really want to say congratulations and thank you to Carl, Pao and Imai, and thank you for being wonderful collaborators and visionaries and bringing the Wahi Pana project to life. You've created an opportunity for residents and for tourists to engage with these storied places in a deeper way. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Stephanie, and thank you for sharing the partners that we have had in bringing this together. She listed all the partners, and I want everyone to grab one of these brochures highlighting Wahi Pana and the team that has come together to make this happen. This did not happen overnight. We've been working on this for over a year now, and we're really excited. This is our first phase launching in February, and we will have phase 2 in May and then phase 3 in September. For February, we've been honored to partner with the Hawaii Triennial for the launch of this phase. And who I'd like to bring up next is the Wesan Akdari, who is the Hawaii Triennial 2025 curator. She worked in partnership with Marion Kadora from MOCA, as well as Donnie Cervantes from Aupuni Space. They put a lot of heart and thought into bringing these visions to life.
Aloha. Thank you so much. My name is Wesan Al-Khaderi. I'm one of 3 co-curators for the Hawaii Triennial 2025, which just opened last Friday. And we are so honored to be partnering with the Wahi Pana project to bring to fruition 3 sites, actually, one of which is here at Fort Street Mall. For the Hawaii Triennial 2025, we are exploring the theme Aloha No. The Hawaii Triennial is a large-scale contemporary art exhibition that's taking place here on Oahu, as well as on Hawaii Island and Maui. It runs till May 4th. We have 49 artists across the exhibition spaces, and we are so thrilled that this is one of the sites for the Triennial. It was a natural collaboration for us to work with Wahi Pana. As part of our Aloha No theme for the Triennial this year is really about connecting to place and building an exhibition that is grounded and rooted here in Hawaii, looking beyond. So thank you so much for the opportunity to collaborate to the Wahi Pana team, and congratulations, Carl, for your incredible piece here cited at Fort Street Mall. Carl also has works at 2 sites in the Hawaii Triennial, actually quite nearby. One is at Capitol Modern, where you can see a series of works by Carl there, as well as at our hub, which is at the Davies Pacific Center, just a short walk away from where we are. You can look for some of our materials that will give you more information about the Triennial and where you can see Carl's work. Also honored to be in the presence of Uncle Imai, someone we adore and respect so deeply, a poet and artist who participated in the last Hawaii Triennial. So you can see that these projects are so deeply connected in community, and they're about continuity and continuing things to move forward through the lens of contemporary art. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wesan. In the many layers of bringing this here to you today, we partnered and we brought in researchers, storytellers, to help ensure that what we are depicting and bringing to you is pono. So I'm excited to introduce Ka'imi Na'au'au, Kahikina, and Kauila Mahi, who are 2 of those researchers and collaborators.
Aloha mai kākou. Speaking of layers, it's so important that when we engage in Aina, we look deeper and deeper into the mo'olelo. The mo'olelo is what girds our understanding of these places. Kalamai, mahalo. I'm short, but this was too short. So in honor of that, I wanted to bring a little bit of the mo'olelo about this area that I found in the Nupepa, and then I'll hand it off to Kauila to share a little bit more context. The original name of Fort Street was Kou. The intersection of Alakea and Merchant Streets is called Kauanono'ula, after the famous chief Kauanono'ula. She enjoyed playing konane at Kou, which is where Fort Street is located today. Her konane board was crafted from Kou wood gathered near Kapi'olani Park, featuring small squares marked with dog teeth inlay at the corners. This story provides insight into the area's naming, reflecting the hana le'a, pleasurable happenings of chiefs like Kauanono'ula and her male companion Honokaupu playing konane. The romantic phrase huhu hui aku na makai Kou, which means we will see each other's faces at Kou, originates from this context, symbolizing the twisting and torment of love similar to the Kou tree. During Kamehameha I's time, Kou was referred to, all of Honolulu was referred to as Kou, and the area known today as Fort Street was renamed Ke Kuanohu, meaning scorpion-backed fish. This name likely arose during this fort's appearance, as it was lined with artillery. In 1815, Kamehameha learned of a potential occupation of Kou by Russian warship, prompting him to send his warriors to confront them. When Kamehameha's warriors and chiefs arrived, the Russian warship fled to Kauai, where they constructed a fort named Hipo at Hanalei and Waimea. Kamehameha's war general, Kalanimoku, recognized Honolulu's vulnerability and ordered the construction of Ke Kuanohu to protect Kou from invasion. It is said that both women and men throughout Oahu participated in the construction, with the exception of those from Waimea, who were responsible for delivering timber. Ke Kuanohu also served as the residence of the royal governors of the kingdom for many years. Chief Ke Kuanao'a was the last governor of Oahu to live in the fort. In 1857, Ke Kuanohu was dismantled to extend the street and harbor. Through the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Fort Street became a bustling commercial area, home to tailors, photographers, and small businesses. By 1968, Fort Street eventually transformed into a pedestrian mall. Today, Ko is known as the center of commerce and industry in Honolulu, yet its rich history often goes unrecognized. The Wahi Pana project invites a deeper connection to this storied place, uncovering its many layers of significance as a site of romance, protection, and trade, restoring its place in the collective memory of Oahu. Now I'm going to hand it off to Kawila for some more manao.
Reina mai ke aloha ia kākou pakahia Pau, o no o Kawila Mahi. O ke kahi mana o nui, ka imi hapai ako ai o iho I ka mana o ke ia wahi, ka mana o ke ia wahi pana, a me ka mana o ka aina. So one of the things that ka imi brought up is the mana, the many layers, the many powers, the many strengths that help consecrate this land as sacred. And it's the people, the stories, the songs, the chants, poems, all of these things help consecrate the mana of this place. And our connection to this aina and through this noi'i noelo or deep research has been really life-changing in how we understand our sense of place or connect to this place. As I'm not from this wahi pono'i, I'm not from this direct location, but I'm just outside of this aina. And so learning about these mo'olelo, like the ones that Ka'imi has shared, has been instrumental in my education, a deeper education of this Wahi Pana, or this storied place. Very quickly, I know that others will share a little bit about Kānāwai Māmalahoe, but just to, as a reminder, that this law of the splintered paddle, as it's typically interpreted, is one that helped change and shift the politic of Hawaii. It's one that, issued by Kamehameha, helped kind of shift the politic, shift the war, shift the violence that had occurred for centuries prior into one that would protect all people. And so with that, mana, I'll pass it back to you.
Oia wale iho no mahalo ia o ko pakahia Pau.
Mahalo Ka'imi and Kawila. Now we get to present our artists. I'd first like to recognize Uncle Imaikalani Kalahele, who is here with us today. Imaikalani Kalahele is a Kanaka Maoli poet, artist, and musician who grew up in the 4th Street Mall area in the 1950s. His art and poetry reflect a strong connection to place and history, drawing in on contemporary struggles and ancestral knowledge. His work has appeared in anthologies of Native Hawaiian literature, such as Malama Hawaiian Land and Water, and in the journal O'iwi, a Native Hawaiian journal. Kalahele's book, Kalahele, collected his poetry and art in a polyphonic performance that mixed English, Hawaiian Creole, and Ōlelo Hawai. Again, let's have a round of applause for Uncle Imai. Next, I'd like to introduce Carl F.K. Pao. Carl is a Native Hawaiian artist, born and raised on the island of Oahu. Pao graduated from Kamehameha schools in 1989. He earned a BFA at the University of Hawaii at Manoa in 1994 with an emphasis in ceramics. Carl received his MFA with first-class honors in 1999 from Elam's School of Fine Arts at the University of Auckland, Aotearoa. He returned to Hawaii in 2000 to take a full-time teaching position at the Kamehameha Schools High School in the Visual Arts. I'd like to welcome Carl F.K. Pao.
E nā kanaka, e mālama oko I ke akua. E mālama hoi, ke kanaka nui a me ke ike. E hele ke, e hele ka ele makule, ka luahine a me ke kama. A moa I ke ala. Aohe mea nana e ho'o pilikia. Hewa no, make. O people, honor thy God. Respect alike people, both great and humble. May everyone from the old men and women to the children be free to go forth and lie in the road without fear or harm. Break this law and die. Aloha mai kākou. I am Carl Franklin Ka'aila'au Pao. Had the blessings of being born on Oahu, growing up in Kailua, and throughout my life being able to be nurtured and supported with my arts. and then deciding to be a full-time kumu in the arts, along with being a visual artist, led me to Kamehameha schools, where I taught from, at this campus, Kapalama, from 2000 to 2017. And my ohana and I, we relocated to Hawaii Island, to Hawaii'a and Ola'a. Just wanted to mahalo a few people today for allowing for this activation to take place. City and County, Honolulu Mayor, Mayor Blangiardi, mahalo nui. His team of MOCA, Ka'ili Trask, O'Connell, and Marian Kadora. Bloomberg Philanthropies, Stephanie Dockery, mahalo. The Hawaii Contemporary, HT25 curatorial team, Masan, Bina, Josh, Monica, Pu'uhonua Society, Alpuni Space, Miley Meyer, Dani Cervantes, Logan Rubash. People at Bishop Museum for doing all the contracts. The tile people here and in Spain. My brother Nalani Keale, classmates, I was so blessed to see his face come around the corner for this morning. Uncle Imai for being the inspiration, not just for me and the generations before me, but to come. And then lastly, my ohana that's not here today, they're back on Hawaii Island. My daughter, Tererehau, and my amazing wife, Dr. Marata Tamaira, who's actually subbing for me. We got a pretty good team workout thing going on here. All right, just wanted to share a little context but behind the piece. One, it was a blessing to have the opportunity through the Wahi Pana project and the collaboration with HT25 to be able to propose this idea. Even though this is a piece that was inspired from the time of Kamehameha and a time of intense warfare, and as Ka'imi was stating that, and Kawila was stating that, it was transformational and something that has carried through time to us today and hopefully beyond. And I found that, and the creation of the piece actually happened back in 2019 with a collaboration with Kavika Air, author of King Kamehameha, Rise of a King, or Kamehameha, Rise of a King, excuse me. And it was to honor the 200 years of his passing. And it was an exhibition that we did that went around the state. And it was my paintings that were in response to Kavika's written words. And the idea of the show was to bring Kamehameha's legacy into the different spaces and to hear everybody's response, their experience. Everybody has a different experience. But we wanted it to be more balanced, more pono. So when I had the opportunity to give a proposal for here, it just made sense to use the Kānāwai. Also, I grew up in Kailua, but spent 9 years before we moved to Hawaii Island. And we lived just at the end of 4th Street, which is now not known as a street. It's just a little cul-de-sac turnaround that a lot of people would get lost in. So again, another connection to here. And then hearing about the history of this place and how it's a hub for business, for ideas, it made me recall that one of my Portuguese ancestors had the first barbershop on Mauna Kea Street. So again, another tie to this place. My intentions for this work to be here was to continue Kamehameha's legacy, to continue that cry for aloha for each other, and no matter what times that we are experiencing. And that the piece actually reads from the bottom up. So it's his words and I created my own font to replicate or to try to bring like our customary designs into today's times. So taking our letter form, our English letter form, and stylizing it to look like shapes, so that when they're composed together, it looks more like a design, but with enough organization that it looks like a written language. I stopped writing from the top down, so you read from bottom up, and it still goes from left to right. So you need to get your words out and take a step up and try to decipher it yourself. And in doing so, the idea is that when one is encounters and engages with the work, that hopefully the words are soaked in, and by the time they walk past it, that they can then live it. A big part of the process was, do I put Kamehameha's words down on the floor for us to walk on? Is that disrespectful? But then it started to make more sense. Bringing in today's context, a lot of us are looking down and not looking around us. And hopefully you are confronted by this piece so that you can read his words and then walk his words. Again, this is an amazing opportunity as an artist to be supported, to have the opportunity to exhibit your work. And I'm a strong believer in trying to leave behind a positive legacy. My tutu always said, leave the place better than that you found it or that you've been blessed with. So again, mahalo nui, ahui ho, malama pono.
Thank you so much, Carl. Okay, at this time, I'm honored to introduce someone who has been a steadfast supporter of the arts, culture, and history of Honolulu. Mayor Rick Blangiardi has always championed efforts that strengthen our communities and preserve the essence of who we are as a people. It is fitting that he speaks to us today as he holds a deep appreciation for the Kānāwai Māmalahoe, a law of compassion and justice that is so vital to the values we uphold in our city. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Rick Blangiardi.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm just thrilled to be here and very excited. So I want to just do some mahalos and maybe say a few words about this. First of all, to Bloomberg Philanthropies, to Stephanie and Rebecca, thank you, first of all, for traveling all the way out here. But to add a little bit more context to what's been said, there were 154 cities that applied. And I can promise you the application process and what they expect from you is a pretty thorough process. And while I did not see all of those applications, I know what we put forth. And so it was very competitive, and that appealed to me in and of itself. And then I think there were 17 finalists, and as Stephanie said, that we were one of the 8 cities awarded. So I feel really blessed on behalf of the City and County of Honolulu, and really we feel most fortunate. But I really especially want to thank you. As I sat here and watched you listen to our speakers and what they were talking about, to take the time all the way back in New York City to feel what it was we were trying to convey with Wahi Pana and what it means to this community and really to our state, and to understand it and embrace it and to acknowledge us. So I really don't take that for granted. I very much want to thank you for that. To Uncle Limai and to Carl, thank you for your manao. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your brilliance and your genius for bringing this forward. If I had my way, we would be doing this like every 30 feet down the mall. It is because it's definitely very, very beautiful, and we're really proud. And you know, Ed said earlier that we're going to transform. This has been a park for a long time. I signed Bill 56 this morning, which is going to, and I want to thank Council Member Carlos Del Santos Tam. I don't know where he is. He's here. He just spoke to us. There he is, Carlos. You know, for your vision and your leadership too in helping us do this, because what we're going to do in converting it from a park, which has been a park for a long time. I'm sorry, my East Coast accent comes out. It's been a park for a long time. Is that by making it part of a street, DTS, is going to allow us to do a lot more down here in protecting this place, preserving it, the resources we have as a street. And so, yes, we very much are part of this, and this is a great way to kick it off. It's a great way to kick off the Wahi Pana program, which, as Ka'ili said, is going to be in 3 installments for several years here. And so as we celebrate our culture and the arts around the island, this is just the beginning, but what a great way to kick it off. And I want to thank Nalani. I don't know if he stayed here for his ole this morning. It was beautiful, and thank you. So, and for all of you, to Miley Meyer and Donnie Cervantes, thank you for your mana, for your caring. I mean, when we first introduced this concept and said, we want to compete against all these cities in America here culturally to tell our story, to celebrate our culture and the arts, you know, we needed some people with great knowledge. You guys, incredible up here this morning, caring, passion, all that came together. So it's been a very soulful experience, and I'm really proud. So again, Miley and Donnie, thank you for the leadership because we needed the help. Thank you for Ka'ili, everybody in MOCA who is behind this. I'm hoping that we have 4 more years in office, that not just with this Wahi Pana series, but we will actually begin, if you will, a renaissance of sorts with respect to really showcasing our arts and our culture here, because we have so much to offer. It is so unique. It is so beautiful. It deserves to be celebrated in this great place we all are blessed to live in. So I am honored to be mayor. I say oftentimes that nobody's asked me this morning, but for me, just so you know where I'm coming from, this is the challenge, responsibility, and privilege of a lifetime. And I wake up each and every day with that sense of purpose. And so in that regard, we cannot do enough. But when I see stuff like this happening, I feel so blessed and so grateful. So mahalo to everybody for being here this morning. This is a joyous day. God bless you all.
Mahalo, Mayor. And a huge mahalo to all of you for coming today and for being a part of this journey to celebrate and uplift our storied places. We have more events in the coming days, so please join us at Fort DeRusi tomorrow at 11 and at Leahi Diamond Head Friday at 9:30. And another way you can help is share your experiences with others and help spread the word by following Wahi Pana on social media and exploring the project on the Bloomberg Connects app. Again, mahalo for your time, your presence, and your aloha. Let's continue to honor and cherish the stories of our lands together.